What's good? What's good? What's good, Skins fans? So we got a special guest. The B-Day boy had his birthday on Wednesday. He had a nice birthday party on Saturday. It was lit, and we actually have some of his secret stuff. Elo's secret stuff. That's his nickname. So he is going to be with us for a couple seconds, man. Y'all can say what's up. Say what's up to him, man. Say what's up to him, man. Say what's up. A lot to talk about tonight. A lot to talk about. Beast Mode 2.0, what's up, man? Yo, what's up? Samuel Hadley, what's up? What's up, Washington fans? Down South Virginia, North Carolina. He said, what to do at Oliver. Kenny Man Fitness, he's a channel member. What's up, man? Gerald Williams, what's up? Oh, Kenny, you on time today. You're not on CP time today. I see you, man. That's my guy. He's an elite channel member, so he will be on the stream once a month. Yeah, he's hype. He's hype. Training camp is going on. He's hype. Tyler C, what's up, man? Verndell, what's up, man? What's going on? What's going on, yo? What's good? What's good? All right, little man. I'm gonna see you after the stream, all right? Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about, guys. We got a lot to talk about. Samuel Hadley, what's up? Sports fan all day, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? JB Hardy one, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, Glenn Jackson, what's going on? What's up, man? We're gonna let a little bit more people get in the stream, and then we're gonna get straight to business. We got a lot to talk about. Of course, we're gonna talk about Darius Guice. Of course, we're gonna talk about all the other running backs like Bryce Love, Adrian Peterson, guys like that. Ready Red, what's up, man? A Bell Ambrosio, he's a channel member as well. What's going on, man? Reggie Reg, ACTR, what's up? DV Sports, what's up, man? Titan Anderson, he's a Titans fan. What's going on, man? Michael Starkey, what's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Verndell wants to see Chase Young. Samuel Hadley said Guice is not so nice. I know, man. It's crazy. It really is. You know, you just don't know what happens behind closed doors. Darius Guice looked like the nicest guy in the world, honestly. He really did. You know, he was always smiling and giggling and had the, lollipop in his mouth all the time. And he was one of the few guys that would stay after practice and training camp and sign autographs before practice, after practice. He would do all that. You know, he would play Fortnite with everybody. You know, he played Fortnite and go to the bowling alley and do meetups with people all the time, go to movies with people. You know, he always did meetups. I remember he was at the auto show in DC at the convention center. So Darius Guice was, you know, always in the spotlight, always on Twitter, always on Instagram Live. He would go live with people. He was actually on live with Juan Gotti one time. You know, he was just doing a live and just inviting people on there. You know, so he was just, he always had a smile on his face, a young guy, a little immature, or actually a lot immature. And it's unfortunate. Yeah, Sam, I never saw this coming. Domestic violence, choking a girl, strangulation is one of the charges. She alleges that he strangled her. And like I said, we don't know all the facts. Soy Sauce, what's up, man? He's a channel member as well. We don't know all the facts. But, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Mike Moran said the NFC East has the dumbest play. Yeah, with the Cowboys got, felons all the time. You know, Joseph Randall was stealing boxers out of a Macy's. Polo Ralph Lauren box. Why are you stealing boxers? You know, so the NFC East has the silliest players. Zeke is always in trouble. Can't stay out of trouble, man. Who else? Giants, DeAndre Baker, getting arrested. Cody Latimer, Aldrick Rosas, the kicker, with the DUI. I mean, it's just craziness. Every team has their problems. Unfortunately, the Redskins have. I did not mean to say that. The Washington team, we've had a couple knuckleheads this summer, this off season. Like I said, the Giants have had their fair share. You know, we can go back to Plaxico Burress shooting himself in the thigh, during the season. So, a lot of knuckleheads in the NFC. Even the Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, caught with his pants down. On an elevator with girls and stuff. So from the top to bottom in the NFC East, there's just a lot of knuckleheads, man. First donation of the night, Oscar Josue Montel. What's up, man? Thank you for the donation. Make sure you guys sub up Oscar Josue Montel. He's a channel member as well. He's an up and coming YouTuber, Washington football team YouTuber. He started making videos as well. So make sure you guys check him out. Ready Red said, "Don't put y'all dirt on him." Hey, y'all got a lot of dirt. Back to the cocaine Cowboys. So y'all got a long list. And y'all signed Alden Smith, who has a troubled past. Like I said, Joseph Randall still in the box. There's a lot of guys. Tyrone Crawford being arrested. Rico Gathers being arrested. A lot of guys on the Cowboys get arrested every single year, all the time. You can never count it. Like I said, Zeke always in trouble. Cowboys always get in trouble all the time. It's not a surprise when the Cowboys player is in trouble. It's never a surprise, honestly. Having Corona parties and whatnot. You guys are always in the spotlight. Reggie Red said this is a long off season. Everybody acting out. Even the guy Ed Oliver is acting out as well. So I mean, it really is crazy. It really is crazy. And Gerald Williams, thank you for the donation, man. Shout out to Gerald Williams, thank you for the donation, man. Thank you for the donation. Sportsman all day said Tristan Hill got arrested. Yeah, I do remember that last year. I think Tristan Hill got arrested on the Cowboys as well. So it's a long list, long laundry list of those guys getting arrested every year. So, yeah, it's unfortunate with Darius Guice, man. I was hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty hurt when they announced that. When I got the notification, Protect Sports, thank you for the donation. Make sure you guys check out Protect Sports. He said, "My guy, your guy, our guy." Ed Oliver. Shout out to Protect Sports. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber as well. He has actually just reached a year of doing YouTube. So make sure you guys check him out. He does Washington football talk, skins talk. He does all the NFL. I think he does a little bit of basketball as well sometimes here and there, but he definitely does football. So if you want to get some good football talk from him, I was actually on his show with Skins Fan all day. I mean, burgundy and gold all day now. And he had Street Scores on his show last week or 2 weeks ago. Yes, college football has been canceled. The Pac-12 has postponed it. They're going to try to do it in the spring. Other sports, the fall sports have been postponed or canceled. That's tough. I know somebody's going to ask about this. I still think NFL is going to try to have a season. I think they will play games. They're just going to force it. Money rules all. Money talks. And the difference between NFL and college, I'm just going to get this out of the way. The difference between NFL and college is that, it's professional versus amateur athletes. They are not signing waivers from what I heard from college football. The players were not signing waivers. The college football students were not signing waivers. And that was a big thing in my opinion. Them not signing waivers, and NFL, the guys had options to opt out. College, they had options to opt out as well. But the NFL, they need that money. Money talks, money rules all. I get it. They might not be able to finish the season. If there's an outbreak of the virus, I feel like, Roger Goodell would just force it and bring in replacement players like XFL guys. I don't want to call them scabs, but, he's just going to bring in guys off the streets that want to play football. It is what it is. And they're just going to finish the season. The product might not be as good because, like I said, we could be playing the Eagles or the Beagles week 1 and Carson Wentz could get the virus. We're playing against Jalen Hurts. Or we're playing against Lamar Jackson week 4 where he gets the virus. And instead we're playing against RG3. It is what it is. I'm still going to watch football regardless just because I need to watch something. I need to watch something. I need to watch some type of sports. I just need it. Patrick, I said only 7 minutes late this time. What's up, man? Glenn Jackson said Guice was considered a bust pick for Washington football team. Yeah, so I actually wanted to read something about Guice, and I didn't want to get too much into it, but after reading, because I was questioning Ron Rivera for cutting Darius Guice. I actually questioned that so quickly and so abruptly and so quickly. He didn't waste any time. Ron wasn't playing any games, and I was just thinking, Big Smitty 350, shout out to him. He's a channel member as well. He said, "Is it bad that I feel bad for Darius Guice?" I guess it's that I feel bad for we fans or us fans for never knowing what he could be. I 100%. I'm 100% with you on this because I thought Darius Guice was going to have a great season, and they actually had a report from Ian Rappaport that said that Darius Guice injured his knee a few days before he got arrested. So I don't know the severity of the injury. I don't know if it was an MCL tear or ACL tear. Or however, he hurt his knee again, and he's only played in 5 games out of 32 possible games. The funny but sad thing is that he had 3 touchdowns so far in his career, 3 trips to the IR, and 3 felony charges. So it was like 3 was just a magic number. And it was actually kind of sad. He has as many touchdowns as he has trips to the injured reserve list, and it's pretty bad. It's really bad. 3 touchdowns, 3 times on the IR. It's awful. It's really bad. But you look at Darius Guice and you see the game against the Panthers where he lit up Ron Rivera. He got Ron Rivera fired. He's the reason why Ron Rivera got fired because he was cooking him so bad. He had the stiff arm on the linebacker for the Panthers. I can't remember his name, but he's really the reason why Ron got fired. That last game we beat the Panthers, 129 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. He went off. And then the Jets game, he had the screen pass. I know it was in garbage time, but that was a great play by Darius Guice. And then also the Packers game that he got injured in. He had a great play in that game. The play that he tore his MCL with the guy took a low hit on his knee with his helmet, that's what put him out the game. And he had like a 25-yard scamper on that play. So Darius Guice, man, he had a lot of potential, man, a lot of potential, and it is sad. It is what it is. It is sad. It is unfortunate. You know, I really hope what the allegations are is not true, and I will read some of the allegations. It gets pretty scary. It gets pretty scary. It gets really real. It gets really real. I'm going to read some of this from the Washington Post. If you guys have not heard the more going into detail of what happened with Darius Guice and the young lady. So it's crazy, man. It really is. DMV Sports Zone, thank you for the donation. Make sure you guys sub him up. He does Washington football content, and he does Washington Wizards content and NBA content. So make sure you guys sub him up. You know, the NBA's in the bubble right now. They're restarting. The Wizards are 0-6. They play the Bucks tonight at 9. We have 2 games left, and then we can finally get out of there and go home. The big joke is that they said the Wizards have gone into there for cardio and just for practice, basically. So it basically is a bunch of G leaguers on that team. Bradley Beal didn't go. Davis Bertans didn't go. So, but DMV Sports Zone said the GOAT Ed. Thank you for the donation once again. He said, "Who is team MVP this season?" It's between probably Chase Young or Terry McLaurin. It's going to be one of those 2 guys, or Adrian Peterson. Dwayne Haskins could do it, and Dwayne Haskins could definitely do it. Terry McLaurin could be MVP. Chase Young could be MVP. Who else? Montez Sweat, if he gets 10 sacks, he could be MVP. There's a lot of guys, a lot of candidates. Antonio Gibson might be a low-key dark horse, or really Adrian Peterson. If we can get the ball, if we can run the ball with Adrian Peterson, I think, especially with Darius Guice not being there anymore, Adrian Peterson's going to get more carries. So I could definitely see Adrian Peterson doing it, getting MVP. Defensive MVP, I think the easy pick is Chase Young. The safe pick is to say Chase Young or Landon Collins or Ryan Kerrigan, possibly Matt Ioannidis, one of those guys. I would, if I had to just make an easy pick, I would say Chase Young on defense, and then on offense, either Dwayne Haskins or McLaurin or Adrian Peterson. Maybe Antonio Gibson could surprise us and be the MVP, or Bryce Love. If he, Ian Rappaport said Bryce Love looks like he's ready. He could be a surprise of the season. So I'm loving what I'm hearing about Bryce Love right now. I'm hearing really, really good things. Like I said, Ian Rappaport said that about him. And he's going to get more carries now because Darius Guice is not there. So to answer your question, I'm going to go with Terry McLaurin. I'm just a big Terry McLaurin fan. I really am. He's my favorite player on the team now. And I think he's the best player, arguably the best player on the team. I guess you can argue and say Chase Young, but he hasn't played a game yet. You can say Adrian Peterson. But I just think Terry McLaurin is the best player on the team. I think he was the best player on offense last year. I think Terry McLaurin was the best player on offense. Brandon Sheriff is probably the best player on offense, proven other than Adrian Peterson. But I just like Terry. I think Terry can have a really good year. But knowing Ron Rivera, he wants to run the ball. So I'm actually going to go with, wow, the Suns are 7-0 in the bubble. They're probably still not even going to make the playoffs. I'm gonna go with AP. I'm gonna just go with the safe and get. I'm gonna go with AP because he wants to get the Emmitt Smith record. I think he needs 2,000 more yards or something like that to get the Emmitt Smith record. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go with AP. I really want it to be McLaurin, but I'm gonna go with Adrian Peterson. I'm gonna go with Adrian Peterson being the MVP. I see some Doxson comments in here. What are you guys talking about Doxson for? He's awful, and he opted out. Big Smitty, that's my guy. Big Smitty 350. Thank you for the donation. Shout out to him. He is a channel member as well. Shout out to my guy. Let's see here. Taja. Yeah, I remember that interview. I remember that. He said, I am not injury prone. Bro, I'm not injury prone. He kept saying, I am not injury prone. He kept saying, he was like, y'all don't know what injury prone is. Next thing you know, he gets injured again twice. So Darius Guice, man, like I said, I think he's just an energetic guy, and he worked hard. You can't question his work ethic. Always on Instagram, always on Snapchat, showing his workouts and stuff. And it's unfortunate, the injuries and just the mental things, just immature, and the things he went through in his life. His dad was murdered in 2003 when he was young, and growing up in Louisiana, man, it's tough. It's rough down there, man. It really is. I've never been down there, but I've heard the stories and stuff. Like Lil Boosie and them and down there, but Louisiana, it's tough. It is. It's tough down there. So it's unfortunate. It really is. It really is. I remember that video where he's like, "I'm not injury prone." He kept saying it over and over again. But the thing is, he is injury prone. He is injury prone. He is. And like I said, Rappaport reported that he got injured again. So the injuries just never stop for Darius Guice. They just never stop. Samuel Hadley said, "What crazy Dawson had great potential." Yeah, he did. He did. Same thing with Darius Guice. He had great potential as well. Big Smitty 350 said that stiff arm still hurting old boy. Yeah, I'm telling you, it hurt. It hurt Ron Rivera too. Ron Rivera too. It hurt him too because it got him fired. Happy Thanksgiving. But the good thing is that Ron Rivera came here after that Panthers game, and Dan Snyder scooped him up pretty quickly. Glenn Jackson said he probably hurt his knee, then went home and took it out on old lady Sigma. I said, yeah, I'll read. This is pretty nasty stuff. I mean, you might have heard this already. So basically, he choked the girl out unconscious until she was unconscious at Virginia in his home in March. This happened in March. There was actually an incident that was reported February 14th on Valentine's Day. So that's a rough way to spend your Valentine's Day. I don't know what happened. Not going to speculate, but Valentine's Day, having a fight on Valentine's Day, man, it's supposed to be with your loved one and enjoy each other. I mean, that's rough. It really is. So he strangled his girlfriend allegedly until she was unconscious at Virginia's home in March. When she woke up, Guice was crying and tapping her. So basically, he strangled her to the point where he thought that she might have been dead. And he was tapping her in the bed, crying because he thought he killed her. So they possibly killed her. So imagine if he actually did strangle the life out of her. Oh my! You know how many bad stories we already have. And for that to happen, a football player to murder somebody like an Aaron Hernandez type thing into a woman, wow, I mean, that would have just been awful. Darius Guice is just, if this is true, he's just, he's lucky that did not happen because he would be under the jail if that happened. When she woke up, Guice was crying and tapping her. The woman told authorities that the former Washington running back also pushed her and pulled her hair during the incident. Reports that's from the Washington Post. The charging document reportedly detailed multiple incidents of abuse. Guice's girlfriend told the police that he pushed her to the ground in his bathroom in February, which caused her thumb's nail to eventually fall off due to a popped blood vessel. The woman also said Darius Guice pushed her to the ground outside of his home on April 17th, and he threw her cell phone into the street, which caused it to shatter. It says the woman took photos of her injuries from multiple incidents. He was released on Friday after he was charged in multiple domestic violence incidents. The 23-year-old turned himself in and was released on $10,000 bond. So, it's rough, man. It's rough. It's hard to hear. It's stuff that you just don't want to believe at all. So it's crazy. Soy Sauce said, hey, on the bright side, we still got Reuben Foster back. That's the good news. That's the good news. That's the good news, man. That's the good news. Let me catch up with comments here. I'm getting a lot of comments. Let me catch up here. JB Hardy said, have you seen the Hail to the Chiefs series? Kind of feels like a shot at Washington. Yeah, it's BS. And the thing is, I don't know if you follow the Washington football team on Twitter, but they are trying to find a new hashtag, and they're not even going to do hashtag HTTW which is what they just should do. And I think it is a jab. They shouldn't be able to take hail to the Chiefs. Their name should be taken down too. The Chiefs' name should be taken away as well. But you know why they're not going to take away the Chiefs' name? Just because they're winning football games. So they're a hard target because they just won a Super Bowl. So they're not going to take their name away. Us, we've been bad. We haven't made the playoffs since 2015. So we're an easy target. Nobody likes Dan Snyder. So we're just an easy target. So of course they're going to take our name away. So I'm not happy about that Hail to the Chiefs thing. I think we should trademark Hail to the whatever team it is. Honestly, if guys want to trademark things, we should trademark that. Paul Chunga said that's probably why we let him go on the cool. Yeah, I think once they heard those allegations, they're like, yeah, we're gonna let him go. Now the only thing is that I have a problem with is that they released him so quickly, but they didn't release Cody Latimer so quickly. And the reporters asked Ron Rivera that question. His answer was that Cody Latimer is on the commissioner's exempt list. Now, Cody Latimer didn't get on the commissioner's exempt list until last month. So I didn't like that answer, to be honest with you. He just cut ties with Darius Guice really quickly, and I can't blame Ron for that. It's a new culture, it's a new day, especially with the Washington Post article coming out. You just got to cut ties with guys who are caught up with situations like that with women. It's just a terrible look. It's just the last thing that we need right now. Anything with women, it just looks awful. So you got to go. Kareem Hunt, he was caught on camera. He was released immediately. I think Ray Rice, of course, they caught him on camera. He was released immediately. And Reuben Foster was released. Actually, I think the Niners gave him a couple of chances, and then some more things came up, and they released Reuben Foster. Now, we got lucky with Reuben Foster. him being found not guilty, and also the NFL didn't even suspend him. So we got really, really lucky with Reuben Foster. The previous regime with Bruce Allen, we got a lot of flack for that. Doug Williams made a statement that went left. That looked really bad. The statement that he made about women as well, and it was the PR, but that was really, really bad. But it ended out, being, hopefully it ends out well with Reuben Foster being healthy for the rest of the season, for the whole season, and playing well enough to the point where Ron Rivera wants to give him a nice contract or a new contract at the end of the year. I'm so happy that Reuben Foster is able to play, man. I'm excited to see Reuben Foster play because he's super speedy, he's super athletic. Now, I don't know if he's gonna have the speed that he had before, but you see, Thomas Davis tore his ACL a couple of times. There's linebackers who have torn their ACL and come back. Adrian Peterson tore his ACL, and he still played at a very high level. So, Kenny Man Fitness, shout out to Kenny Man. He's an elite channel member. He said if Guice charge happened in Virginia, he's getting found guilty. Commonwealth dangerous. VA is rough. Now, the thing is, Monte Nicholson, he had a charge in Virginia. He was caught on camera, TMZ. He got away scot-free. I don't think he was suspended any games. But he pled self-defense, so he got away with whatever he did. I don't know, it's two different charges in two completely different incidents. So Monte Nicholson was in Virginia. He was I think he was charged with something, but he got away with it basically. But yeah, you're right. Virginia doesn't play, man. There's a show called Lock Up that is in Loudoun County, and they charge people, just crazy charges. Put them in jail for a long time for charges that really shouldn't be that long. So it is crazy. Reggie Rez, the Wizards are awful, man. I mean, it's really bad. I mean, I know Bradley Bill's not there, so Dalvis Bertans isn't there either. And Garrison Matthews, who's a shooter, who I really feel like if Garrison Matthews would have went to the bubble, he probably could have averaged 30 points. You see TJ Warren getting buckets. You see guys, no name, Gary Trent Jr. for the Blazers is getting buckets. No name guys are getting buckets, getting it in. Michael Porter Jr. is getting buckets now for the Nuggets. So I feel like all you got to do is in the bubble, if you watch the NBA restart, all you got to be able to do is shoot. If you can shoot in the bubble and dribble a little bit, then you're good. You're going to average at least 15 points. All you got to do is be able to shoot and dribble the ball. There's no defense being played in the bubble at all. Zero defense in the bubble right now. That's the difference between the regular. They don't play a lot of defense in the regular season anyway, but I haven't seen anybody play defense at all in the bubble at all. Like it's zero defense. TB Holly said, "Guys, got to make better decisions." Yeah, it's unfortunate, man, and there's a reason why a lot of teams passed on Darius Guice. A lot of teams passed on Darius Guice. The Eagles passed on him. He had a rough interview with them before the draft, and was and it didn't go well. A lot of teams passed on him. He dropped down to the second round. We took a chance on him, and unfortunately, it went wrong. Nobody thought he would have domestic violence or commit domestic violence or anything like that. But the immaturity. You got to look at those red flags. Sometimes taking a chance on a guy, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they show their true colors, and Guice, in Ron Rivera, John Conn reported that Ron Rivera took Darius Guice off his draft board because of immaturity and the injuries that they had at LSU before he even, declared for the draft. So there's a reason why. There's some other things I feel like that were tied up into this decision that Ron Rivera made. Ron Rivera is just not a big fan of Darius Guice. There's whispers about that. And there's a reason why he brought in Peyton Barber. He brought in J.D. McKissick. We drafted Antonio Gibson. He brought in 3 running backs this offseason. 3 running backs this offseason. So there's a reason why he did that. Now Bryce Love's going to have a heck of a year. I got a good feeling about Bryce Love. You can't sleep on Peyton Barber. Peyton Barber might contribute as well. J.D. McKissick can play wide receiver and running back. So he's very versatile. He's going to create some mismatches, and we already know Antonio Gibson's going to be a great, running back / wide receiver. And this offense, Scott Turner can't wait to use this guy on the field. He's been compared to Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Percy Harvin. He's a great kick returner, great punt returner. So Antonio Gibson is going to be used a lot in this offense. So this gives guys more opportunities, and I think Ron wanted to see Antonio Gibson more and to see J.D. McKissick, because he was never really a big fan of Darius Guice. He just wasn't. Maybe he's a little bit salty that he got him fired and stiff-armed him, but stiff-armed his guys. But so we'll see what happens. Guice would have had a great season this year, though. It's unfortunate, but Bryce Love, Kenny Man Fitness says Bryce Love MVP. We'll get us like McCaffrey. Hey, you never know. Bryce Love, man, he has a lot of potential, man. He really does. 2,000 yards in college in 2017. I know it's college, but he's he can really move. He's got great vision. He can run between the tackles, run outside. He's a home run hitter. The guy can do it all. He can catch out the backfield a little bit too. The running back coach Randy Jordan said he can catch out the backfield too. So Scott Turner loves his running backs to be able to catch the football. He loves that. He wants them to basically be like wide receivers on the field as well. So, and that might be a reason why Ron, didn't make a big splash at the wide receiver, after not getting Amari Cooper. That might be why, because he knows he can use J.D. McKissick as a wide receiver. He can use Antonio Gibson as a wide receiver. And he likes, Scott Turner loves using his running backs as wide receivers. So, but Bryce Love, he could be that sleeper pick. He's a secret weapon because not a lot of teams that know about Bryce Love. They just don't. They haven't been able to see him yet. So he's finally healthy. He's got his legs under him. He's got the explosion, the explosiveness. The injury happened in December 2018. It's been a year and a half, so he's had enough time to rehab and get back to his previous form. So I'm excited to see Bryce Love. He brings another dimension to this team. Home run hitter, explosive player, plays through injuries, is tough, and that's what we need. And he's a smart guy too. Bryce Love is very smart. He wants to be a doctor when he's done playing football. Went to Stanford, smart guy. Yanni the Great said Ian Rappaport loves Bryce Love. Yeah, Bryce Love's no joke, man. Ian Rappaport is very high on Bryce Love. That's what he's hearing. The Washington diehard fan said, "Don't forget about Reuben Foster." I cannot forget about Reuben Foster. I cannot forget about Reuben Foster. I would never forget about him. I'm so happy that he was found not guilty and is innocent and was not suspended, man. I was so happy, and then unfortunately he had the injury in March of 2019. He had the injury where he tore his LCL, his MCL, and his ACL, and had nerve damage. And he's worked his way back. He's ready to work. He's ready to grind. He's been learning on the sidelines from what I've heard from the coaches. So I'm excited to see Reuben Foster. He brings another dimension too. He brings some speed at the linebacker position that we didn't have, some hard hitting. He hit sticks Zeke in the backfield. Ezekiel Elliott hit sticked him. The guy is a hard hitter, man. He's another Bama boy. He's a nasty hitter. He's a highlight. He's a human highlight film on the field. You're gonna feel it when he hits you. You're gonna feel that hit for the next 5 days when Reuben Foster hits you. He's no joke too. For Reuben Foster is gonna be nasty. I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much on Reuben Foster, but I think we all know what he can do. He can really push this defense. A lot of people saying top 5 defense, top 10 defense. I don't want to jump the gun because I did that last year. But Reuben Foster in the mix with Landon Collins, all these Bama boys, John Allen, Deron Payne, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Ryan Kerrigan, Matt Ioannidis, Tim Settle. That's a nasty front seven. That's a nasty front seven that can definitely stop the run. Zeke don't want that smoke. Saquon don't want that smoke. They do not want to see a freight train like Reuben Foster coming at him for 100 miles an hour. That's a scary sight. That's a scary sight. I'm telling you. Juan Gotti said the season's 28 today. Shout out to Juan Gotti Talking Sports. Make sure you guys sub him up. He is he's not up and coming YouTuber. He's a legitimate skins YouTuber. He said the season is 28 days away. Let's go. Make sure you guys sub him up. Birdie and Gold fan, not skins fan all day anymore, but Birdie and Gold fan all day. Shout out to him. He's a channel member as well. Brian Hart said Reuben Foster eats Zeke. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He does. He eats Zeke for lunch. He eats Zeke for lunch. I'm telling you. He eats running backs for lunch. He eats them for lunch. Yimmy, what's up, man? What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Brian, he said it's going all uphill from here. Yes, sir. You already know, man. You already know that. Let's see here. I'm gonna get to some donations real quick. Abel and Brocher, thank you for the donation. He said Suns are 7-0 in the bubble. Yeah, they are. They are. They're undefeated in the bubble. Like I said, the bubble is fake. It's fake to me. I'm not gonna say it's fake, but it's just there's no home court advantage. You can do crowd noise all you want, but that's not realistic. That's not real home court advantage. That's just chatter in the background. So guys don't play defense in the bubble. If you can shoot and dribble a little bit, if you have shooters, like look at the Rockets. They play 5 out. They don't even have a big man, and they're killing. They beat the Lakers by like 20 points the other night. The Lakers look awful. They don't look awful in the bubble, but they look really shaky in the bubble. They look like they can get beat by the Blazers in the first round. Damian Lillard's torching them. Carmelo Anthony's hot. Yusuf Nurkic is back. Gary Trent Jr. is hot. There's some no-name guys in the bubble who are cooking. TJ Warren is cooking now. He's dang near the MVP of the bubble for the Pacers. Devin Booker's is going bonkers. His team, like I said, the Suns have not lost a game, and they still might not even make the playoffs. That's the crazy thing. We're talking about playoffs, playoffs, and they might not even make the playoffs. 7-0 in the bubble. They still probably won't make the playoffs. So, but the Wizards, we're about to be 0-7 in the bubble part. We're probably gonna lose tonight. Let's see here. Watching diehard fans say hashtag Red Wolves. Soy Sauce, thank you for the donation. He said, any news on what we're going to do at tight end? I appreciate what you do. Thank you for the donation. He's a channel member as well. Shout out to Soy Sauce, HTTR, hell to the skins. Tight end position is weak, man. It's weak in my opinion. It is. We don't have a receiving tight end. I do like Thaddeus Moss. I do like Hale Hinches. I like the young talent on the roster. But I'm not the biggest fan of the tight ends. I think we can all agree that we have the worst tight end group in the NFL. Logan Thomas is a project. He's a quarterback, still learning the tight end position in the NFL. Hasn't really had a breakout year yet. He can block. He's not scared to block. He had the dirty hit or the blindside hit on Ryan Kerrigan. So he likes to block. That's a good thing. If he's willing to go out there and block, that's awesome. That would be great for the run game. That will help Antonio Gibson. It will help Adrian Peterson. It will help all our running backs. And that's what I think Ron really likes about Logan Thomas is that he can block. He's not going to go out there like Jordan Reed or Vernon Davis or anything like that, but he'll be solid for you. He'll be solid. I guess we can say that. He's a Virginia Tech alum. So, I'm rooting for Logan Thomas. I'm just not sold on Logan Thomas, but I'm rooting for him. Jeremy Sprinkle can't catch a cold. He has hands like a snake. He has hands like Dachshund almost. He pisses me off sometimes, but he has potential. You just got to be patient with him, and time kind of is running out on Jeremy Sprinkle. It is, but I'm trying to be patient with Sprinkle. He's been working hard. I heard this offseason, so I'm wishing him the best. I hope he breaks out this year. Who else? Richard Rodgers. I don't know if he's gonna make the roster. His dad is a defensive backs coach, if I'm not mistaken, so he might just make the roster because his dad is a coach. Not a big fan of him. He's injury prone. He's been hurt the last few years. His best season was back in like 2015 with the Packers or 2016 where he caught the Hail Mary pass. So not the biggest fan of this group, but like I said, I love Hale Hinches. I'm a Hale Hinches fan, and I like Thaddeus Moss a lot. I like him a lot. I love his potential. I don't expect him to be like his dad, but he didn't drop a pass last year. 40 catches, 0 drops last year. Had 2 touchdowns in the national championship game. So he shows up in big moments. Had a nice big catch against Oklahoma in the Final Four game or whatever you call it in college football. So I like that Moss. I like him a lot. A steal, undrafted free agent. Just got to heal that foot. I think he is 100% a go for the season. Had a foot injury. Didn't do the combine drills or anything like that, but I think he should be ready for week 1. I like that even Smalls. He can be a secret weapon for this team, being an undrafted free agent. I love Hale Hinches. That can be another secret weapon for this team. So not a big fan of the tight end room, but hey, it is what it is. As long as they put out their best effort and can stay healthy and block for AP and block for Bryce Love and other running backs, then we should be fine. Teddy with the Mellow Tremble profile picture. Shout out to Mellow Tremble. Shout out to Maryland. Shout out to the Terps. He said, Ed, who are you most excited about this year? I'm going to say Chase Young. Other than Chase Young, I'll probably say Bryce Love now. I'm going to see Bryce Love. And I really want to see Reuben Foster. I'm excited to see Reuben Foster as well. I really want to see Reuben Foster as well. I'm excited to see Reuben Foster now. I am. I'm excited to see him. Another Bama boy. Of course, Chase Young. I want to see Montez Sweat. I'm excited to see Terry McLaurin. I love Steve Sims Jr. I really want to see Steve Sims because Steve Sims was cooking last year. He was really juking some guys. He left some guys in the dust. He was breaking guys' ankles like it was a basketball out there. The Giants game where he caught that touchdown, he broke somebody's ankles to get to the end zone and caught a nice touchdown. He was wide open. Dwayne Haskins threw a nice pass to him. And then against the Eagles, he broke somebody's ankles again, and Dwayne Haskins threw a nice pass. And he did a little celebration where he does a little shoulder joint. I'm a big Steve Sims fan. I like Steve Sims a lot. And he's a great punt returner and kick returner. Way better than Trey Quinn at returning kicks and punts. So I can't wait to see Steven Sims out there. Let's see here. Louise said, what's up, man? Crazy thing that happened to Darius. Yeah, it is. It's crazy, man. It really is. It really is crazy, man. I was in shock when I heard the news. I couldn't believe it. I was in Target, and it was raining Friday night, man. I was tired as crap. My son's birthday. We were, shopping for his party and whatnot. I get a message from Jason, he actually has a YouTube channel as well. Jason Tallman Sports. And I saw the notification he was arrested for domestic violence. I was like, wow, are you serious? I was like, are you kidding me? Something else happened to this team after we had the Washington Post article, the name change. I mean, like what else bad can really happen to this team, man? What else bad can happen? The next thing you know, an hour later, we all see that he got released. So it escalated really quickly. You saw the picture of him in handcuffs, in the t-shirt, in the slacks, in the brown shoes with his head down outside of the Loudoun County Detention Center, like it was a TMZ picture or something. So it was crazy, man. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. And I'm still low key in shock. I still can't believe it that he just, made some bad decisions. Like I said, it is all of it's alleged, but you hear more stories about it where he strangled the girl to the point where she was unconscious, and he tapped her while she was laying in the bed, and she woke up and saw him crying because he probably thought that he killed her. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Michael Fowler said, I lost him for guys when he snapped on the dude for asking about the injury prone term. I was like, Bama, you are injury prone. I told you. He was like, I am not injury prone. He took the lollipop out of his mouth. I am not. Do y'all know what injury prone means? Do y'all know what it means? And next thing you know, he tears his MCL in the first game of the season against the Eagles. Couldn't even finish the first half. This man gets injured. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy how injury prone he really is. It was crazy, man. I couldn't believe it. And what made it really bad is that Jay Gruden sat down Adrian Peterson. Next thing you know, what's his name? Darius Guice gets injured in the first half. It was ridiculous. It really was. But Darius Guice has so much potential, and he's just such an energetic guy. It's really crazy, man. It's really unfortunate. It is. It's really unfortunate. This story. It's really sad to hear and see. But just got to pray for the guy, man. You just never know what happens behind closed doors. Brian Harding, shout out to him. He's a channel member. He said, bump those likes for our guy Ed. Yeah, make sure you guys like, thumbs up the stream. Make sure you guys sub the channel if you have not, and hit the notification bell as well. Hey, Aaron, shout out to young boy. TJ Warren is, if it wasn't for Devin Booker, TJ Warren would be the MVP in the bubble. He's been cooking. It's crazy. No-name guys are going crazy in the bubble. No-name guys. And I'm not going to say TJ Warren is a no-name guy, but guys you just don't expect are going bonkers in the bubble. Doing freaking NBA Street game breakers in the bubble, going crazy, hitting threes from half court. Devin Booker. Derek Martin, thank you for the donation. He said, young guys are going to kill it. Yes, sir. Young guys are going to kill it. It's the youth movement. It's the youth movement. You look around the whole field. Terry McLaurin is a second-year guy. Steve Sims, second-year guy. Dwayne Haskins, second-year guy. Wes Martin, who's going to start at left guard, second-year guy. Sadiq Charles might start at left tackle, rookie. So many young guys on this field, man. Antonio Gibson, rookie. Antonio Gandy Golden is going to start. He's a rookie. So the whole wide receiver core is ridiculously young, really, really young. Sometimes it is a little scary because there's young guys all around, and they don't really have much of a veteran leader that actually puts up numbers. I know they brought in Dontrell Inman, but he's not going to really do much on the stat sheet. He's just not. He's going to be a veteran presence if he even makes the roster. But we don't have a lot of veterans on this roster putting up big numbers, other than really Adrian Peterson, Brandon Sheriff. That's about it. Ryan Kerrigan and Landon Collins is a veteran. But other than that, we just don't have many veterans putting up big numbers. We're really relying on younger. Jonathan Allen's still really young, in my opinion. Deron Payne's still young. Matt Ioannidis is still young. Chase Young is a rookie. Montez Sweat, second-year guy. So most of the guys that are really productive for this roster are young guys who are like 25, 26 years old and younger, So the best veteran on this team might be Tress Way. I mean, and that's terrible. It really is. The best veteran probably is Adrian Peterson and Ryan Kerrigan. Was probably better. And Brandon Sheriff, Landon Collins, guys like that. But most of the guys are really young. Terry McLaurin's young. Steve Sims young. AGG's a rookie. Antonio Gibson's a rookie. Dwayne Haskins, second-year quarterback. So we're really relying on the youth movement. This is what it is. It's the youth movement. So thank you again for the donation, Derek Martin. Abu Ho, thank you for the donation. He said, hello, Ed. I'm looking forward to the 2020 season, but I can't wait for Reuben Foster to start. Yes, sir. I see it in my mind right now. I see him truck sticking or hit sticking Miles Sanders. I see him just picking up Carson Wentz and just body slamming him. I mean, Reuben Foster, he does play a little reckless. Sometimes you can see how he gets injured because he does play reckless. You can just see it. but he really hits people hard. He lays a hit on you. You're gonna feel that hit for the next few days when he hits you. It's not gonna be a regular tackle. It's gonna be, hey, I'm putting my shoulder into your chest, and you're gonna feel this for the next couple of days. So Reuben Foster, man, he's a tough, hard-nosed Bama boy, man. I'm telling you, when he played in college, he had the neck brace on. I don't know if he wants to put that neck brace on again because he looks scary with that thing on, kind of like Marcus Washington back in the day. He does look a little intimidating when he puts that neck brace on. So Reuben Foster, man, I'm excited to see him too. I'm excited to see him. I am. Yak Dog 24 said, "What up, Ed? You'll be optimistic. The defense won't take long to be cohesive. Reuben Foster will be held in check with his Bama boys." Yeah, I agree. I think he's been doing good off the field. He hasn't been getting in any trouble, and he's going to learn from Darius Geis's mistake as well. He's learned from his mistakes, so I think Reuben Foster has his head on straight. He knows to stay out the way and just quarantine, or especially you got to be in your own bubble after practice. Just go to practice, go home, go to work, and go home, man. Just do that. You're getting paid millions of dollars. Just don't mess it up, man. Just don't mess it up. You're getting an opportunity that a lot of people would wish they were in your shoes, that they can make $1 million playing a sport. So just don't mess it up, man. Like I said, just play football, go home, be with your family or whoever, and stay out the way. So I know it's easier said than done, but that's what you got to do. You learn. You either do that or you end up in situations like Darius Geis, or in the situation that he was in back in 2018, 2017. Tyler Taylor said, "Come on, Ed, you have to trust the process. The tight end group is going to break out." I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. I don't see it right now, but I hope you're right. I like that Moss, and I like Hell Hinges a lot. But the other guys, I'm not big fans of. But I want them to prove me wrong. I want Logan Thomas to prove me wrong, and I want Richard Rodgers to prove me wrong. They just don't. They don't have anything on paper or on the field in the last few years, or any production to prove me wrong. Richard Rodgers has been injury prone, and Logan Thomas, he's more of a project. He's still learning the game at the tight end position. Now, I know in high school he played tight end. I think he was ranked as the #1 tight end in high school or something. I read that somewhere, but he played quarterback in college. So it's a tough transition. It's a tough transition. So it is tough. Franklin Walker said the Wizards needed a new coach really badly. Yeah, what's his name? Scott Brooks is not the best coach. He's not. You look at his days in Oklahoma City. He had Russell Westbrook, he had Kevin Durant, he had James Harden. So most of the time he's had elite talent around him. So you got to coach these guys up. And I'm not going to blame Scott Brooks 100% because he's coaching guys like Isak Bonga, who's a G League player. He's a G League player. Thomas Bryant's the best player in the bubble, and he's still young. I'm not gonna say he's a G League player, but he's borderline sometimes G League. I like Thomas Bryant, though. I think he can be really good in this league. I like Thomas Bryant a lot. I think he's really good. Troy Brown Jr., he's still learning the game. Who else is on the roster? Jerome Robinson is still learning. He's like a second-year guy. He already got traded from the Clippers, and he was a lottery pick. We just don't have a lot of time. Other than John Wall, Bradley Beal, and Thomas Bertans, and Rui Hachimura is a rookie. So I'm not going to blame it all on Scott Brooks, but the defense is terrible with Scott Brooks. It's terrible. It's really terrible with Scott Brooks. It's awful. Let's see here. Michael Starkey said, "I'm also looking forward to watching Khalil Cousins." Yeah, he was a good draft pick in the later rounds. I warmed up to that pick. I didn't like that pick at first. I wanted more. I wanted a cornerback. I really wanted to help the secondary out. But Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio, they love their linebackers. So the linebacker room is a lot of people in it. It's a deep linebacker room. It's not an elite linebacker room, but I like Cole Holcomb. I like Sean Deion Hamilton. I like John Bostic. And Reuben Foster is really going to help out this defense a lot. He brings another dimension. He brings a lot of speed. Oh, and an announcement, PSA. I will not be going live next Tuesday. I will be out of town. I'm going to be on vacation with the fam. So I will be going a little bit longer tonight, since I won't be going live next Tuesday. I'll be out of town, enjoying myself on vacation, on the beach. I'm going to try to social distance as much as I can and wear a mask and all that good stuff. So, but I'll have a good time. Might have a tan when I come back. So we'll see, but I will not be going live. And the crazy thing is, I know I'm not going to go live next week, and something crazier and crazier is going to happen with this team. I already can see it happen. Something crazy is going to happen, so something crazy happens every week with this team. So I wouldn't be surprised if something crazy would happen next week, but will not be going live. So if you don't see me next week, that's why. Franklin Walker, what's up, man? He said, keep up the good work. Hey, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Brian say, come on, man. I'm glad Guice is going. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? I guess you're saying that because, he's injury prone, but I'm not glad that Darius Guice is going. Jay Gruden said he screwed Guice last season. Yeah, he kind of did because he brought him in there a little too early. I think he kind of did. But Jay Gruden loved Darius Guice. He did. He loved Darius Guice, and Jay Gruden he's a silly guy. He's just not a leader of men. He was more of a jokester. Camp Jay, he played around a little too much. It was terrible disciplinarian. Nobody respected Jay Gruden. We already know what DJ Swearinger said about Jay Gruden, how he runs practice and how he runs a team. So he kind of did. He didn't make great decisions for Darius Guice. You just can't play a guy because the thing Darius Guice played really well in that preseason game against the Falcons, and everybody's like, "Oh, Darius Guice is ready," and he started Darius Guice week 1. In my opinion, that was just stupid because you don't sit Adrian Peterson down like that. Somebody who had 1,000 yards for this team last year, and who was basically the biggest reason why we went 6-3 last year. So Jay Gruden, I'm so happy he got fired. Let's see here. Somebody said Terry's going to cook Darius Slay again. Yeah, I got us beating the Eagles. We're going to beat the Eagles 20-17. That's what I think. I think we're going to beat them. Tap King 13. What's up, man? He said, hopefully Bryce Love doesn't get injured this season. Knock on wood. Hopefully nobody gets injured. Hopefully we can stay healthy. Hopefully we can really stay healthy. That's what we need. We need a season where we just stay healthy for the most part, man. And we already have a lot of injuries already. Calvin Harmon tore an ACL already. The guy Emmanuel Hall, he probably wasn't going to make the roster, but he tore his Achilles. We haven't even had practice yet. We got guys out for the season, so it's crazy. It really is. And getting released already, so it really is. Alexander Wilson, thank you for the donation. He said Foster is a Bruce Allen blunder. He needs to go. This team is not going to win more than 5 games this year. Tell Zion Williamson to up his cardio. You're funny, Alex. You really are. Reuben Foster is not a blunder. You gotta see how this year goes. You don't really lose much from getting Reuben Foster. He claimed him off waivers. It's not like we had to trade or give up a draft pick for Reuben Foster. So if he doesn't work out, hey, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. Now the PR thing, the public relations thing, the way the team got bashed for signing Reuben Foster before before the courts made a decision, before he was found innocent, was a little sketchy, and it looked really bad. And throwing Doug Williams out there to make a statement instead of Bruce Allen or Dan Snyder making a statement, it just looked bad all around. I remember First Take, Molly on First Take, she was pissed off and was going in on how the Skins handled the situation. We got a lot of backlash from the national media for picking up Reuben Foster, and they asked Ron Rivera about Reuben Foster. He was found innocent. That's why I'm not judging Darius Guice so quickly like a lot of people are. We've seen a lot of these cases come out. We've seen a lot of domestic violence incidents with NFL players before, and for the most part, they are found innocent unless they are on camera. That's just how it works. I'm not gonna pass judgment on anybody. Or like I said, we're speaking on things that we just don't 100% know the facts. We weren't there, so I'm not really gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say Darius did that. I'm not gonna say Darius did did this. They're all allegations. Every time I say something about Darius, guys, I always say it's alleged. It's alleged. I always say it's alleged. That's why I say that. Reuben, he said, Alex, you said Reuben Foster needs to go. No, we need Reuben Foster. We can use. I'm not gonna say we need him, but we can use Reuben Foster for sure. We definitely need elite talent like that. That's something that would definitely bolster and up this linebacking core for sure. He 100% would make this team better on defense if he's healthy. He definitely would. We need elite speed and someone that can hit and stop and run like that. We need a run stopper. Reuben Foster can definitely be a run stopper, and he's fast. He can guard tight ends. He can guard slot wide receivers from time to time. So Reuben Foster would be awesome. Not like Mason Foster, where he would get burnt in coverage. Reuben Foster can actually run with guys. He just has that elite talent. He's just gifted. He's just athletically gifted. He just has speed and talent that some guys just don't have. Now I don't know if the injury is gonna, stunted that and messed it up. It probably has a little bit, but we've seen, linebackers come back from ACL injuries, and Reuben Foster would definitely help this defense out a lot, especially with Jack Del Rio coaching him and Ron Rivera coaching him. That would be great. And then the last comment, yes, Zion Williamson does need to up his cardio. It gets me a little upset. It does grind my gears that, they have him on a minute restriction. It's like, bro, you are the first pick of the draft. You are so talented. Like, Zion Williams can jump to the moon and back. He's that athletic. Like, he will dunk on your head, and he's strong as an ox. Like, there's times where he's unguardable, where he can take over a game. He literally takes over a game. Zion, there's times where Zion's like, hey, I'm gonna go to the basket. You can't stop me because I weigh 50 more pounds than you. I'm just bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. I'm gonna just muscle you and dunk on you. So he can catch an alley-oop from everywhere. I love Zion Williams, even though he's a Duke, D-O-O-K, D-O-O-K, Duke. Even though he's a Dookie player. Graduated and went to Duke. I actually am a Zion Williamson fan. I think my unpopular opinion, if he actually does get in shape, if Zion gets in shape and gets better at rebounding, I really think Zion, people are going to call me crazy. I think he can be better than LeBron James. I really do. I think he can be better than LeBron James. I say this in my head every day. When I watch Zion play, he can take over a game. He's unstoppable. He's unguardable. He really is. That's just what I think about Zion. I think Zion's an elite player. I think he can be really, really good one day. I really do. If people are going to call me crazy, this is my first time saying it on air. You can call me as crazy as I'm what. You can drug test me and all that. I think one day Zion Williamson can. I say he can be. I think he can be better than LeBron James. Dora Gunner, thank you for being a channel member once again. He says Skins sent out season ticket options for today for season ticket holders. Check your emails. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have fans in the stands. This year. But Dora Gunner, I think we did talk about last time about going to a game in 2021 when they do let fans back in the stands. Kitty Man Fitness says Guice has psychopathic mannerisms, smiles a lot, eats candy and everything. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is true. Now I remember with Lamar Odom, he's a crazy guy too. I remember that one time Lamar Odom was like eating Skittles before the games and stuff like. Now Marshawn Lynch, he eats Skittles before the games too. So who knows what happens with him too. But Lamar Odom's another guy that I know would eat a lot of candy and stuff before games and stuff. So a lot of sugar and whatnot. So. But Darius Guice, man, he was an energetic guy, smiled all the time, was always talking with people. And, for the most part, he looked like a nice guy. He really did. He looked like a nice guy, but it's unfortunate. Quentin Ruiz, thank you for the donation. He said, with the crazy year, coaching is going to be more important than ever. Ron Rivera couldn't have fallen on us at a better time. Yeah, once again, thank you for Darius Guice getting Ron Rivera fired. Him and AP went off. They had a great game. But Ron Rivera, he has a lot on his plate. We have not hired a general manager yet. I'm not a big fan of that. I wish we would have hired a general manager. Dan Snyder right now, he's having a coach-centric or a coach-centered kind of team, kind of roster where Ron's really making a lot of decisions. Kyle Smith, you can kind of consider him. He's not really a GM because every time something happens with this team, Ron Rivera has to speak on it. He has to go out there and go to a podium and talk about it. The name change, Ron Rivera had to answer questions about that. Of course, Darius Guice. Of course, he had to answer questions about the Washington Post article where he was like, my daughter works for the team, so this is never going to happen again, regarding the Washington Post article. So Ron Rivera's had to make a lot of decisions for this team already. We haven't even played a game yet. He had to make a lot of big decisions before we even had a practice. He had to trade Quentin Dunbar. He had to trade Trent Williams. A lot of things were on his plate coming to this team. So it's going to take a lot of time for this team to be good. I think till 2021, which is actually not that long. That's next season after this one. So Ron Rivera has a lot on his plate. He's really much. He's a military guy. He went through it with the Panthers where Jerry Richardson was forced to sell his team for the Panthers. So he's been there, done that. And he's dealt with multiple personalities. Guys like Cam Newton, who's has a huge personality. So I think he's going to be great for Dwayne Haskins. So I'm happy we have Ron Rivera. He's a guy that we need, a disciplinarian. A guy that doesn't take any joke. He's not playing around. We know what we're getting from Ron. He's a straight shooter. He's the kind of guy that we need to change this culture. So it's going to take some time. And Ron Rivera, he was coach of the year twice for a reason with the Panthers. So I'm excited to see what he does. He's already done so much with his team. So I can't wait till this year and next year and more years to come with Ron Rivera. And Ron, we trust the new era, the Ron Rivera era. Thank you for the donation once again, Quentin Ruiz. Thank you for the donation, Chris Huff. Just think if Sean Taylor was still living and we had Chase Young and Reuben Foster, defense would have been amazing for him. Yeah, I don't know if Sean Taylor would still be playing in 2020, but yeah, it would have been lit. I mean, having that much speed with Chase Young and that much power, and just nastiness with Reuben Foster as well. I mean, that would be an elite nasty defense. It really would. They would be flying all around, hit sticking guys. I mean, Sean Taylor just had a big hit every game. He can run sideline to sideline. He can cover everybody. He was so fast. Chase Young, all three of those guys are just athletically gifted. They can do things that other guys can't with their speed, their strength. They're just just elite talent. They're just all talented guys. Just how big and strong they are. Sean Taylor is abnormal. His size for that safety position. And Chase Young, he makes other guys look small. It's crazy. I actually got some real secret stuff today. I already showed you that earlier. I just got to take a little bit of the secret stuff real quick. But yeah, that would be crazy, man. Especially with Jack Del Rio coaching them and Ron Rivera coaching them. It would be scary. It would be scary. I love seeing Sean Taylor hit stick T.O. where T.O. would be scared to catch the football. He would be scared to catch the football. He could hear Sean Taylor. He just knew 21 was behind him or coming up and gonna hit him. He was scared to get the football. He didn't want no smoke. He had alligator arms. Freddie Mitchell with the Eagles. He was scared. I remember Randy Moss. He didn't want no smoke with Sean Taylor. Guys, they knew what was up. They knew what was up with Sean Taylor. Guys did not want to go across the middle against Sean Taylor. They already knew what was up. Pro Bowl when he hit stick that punter, that will always go down in history. That was funny as crap. So rest in peace to Sean Taylor, man. But him playing with Reuben Foster and Chase Young, that would be a nasty, scary sight. Let's see here. Big Smitty, thank you for the donation. He said, all I have to say is Happy Thanksgiving. I say HTTR. Yeah, no, Dan Snyder, the Happy Thanksgiving. That will be the joke of the town forever, man. Forever. That will always be a joke. Philly 500 is in the building. Shout out to Philly 500. That's my guy. He's an Eagles fan. We got you guys week 1. I have us beating you guys. I know you probably think you're going to beat us because, you guys beat us the last 6 games. But people forget that we beat you guys the last 5 games before you guys went on your 6-game winning streak. So we've kind of gone back and forth. When you guys had Chip Kelly, and I wish Chip Kelly was your coach. I really wish Chip Kelly was still your coach. I would be so happy if he was your coach because you guys were so bad when Chip Kelly was your coach. And you had Sam Bradford, you had DeMarco Murray, Byron Maxwell was a bust pickup for you guys. I love those years when you guys had Chip Kelly. I loved it. I loved when you guys had Chip Kelly. Week 1 is going to be lit, man. It's going to be really, really lit. I got us beating you guys. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be 20-17. We should have beat you guys last year. It was 17-0 at the half. And then Deshaun Jackson just went crazy. And then the second game, we should have beat you guys in D.C. We were up 14-10 at the half. And then, of course, Josh Norman, he loses the game at the end, the last second. So, but it's all good, though. I can't wait to play you guys week 1. I can't. I'm excited. I really want Chase Young to get back and sack wheelchair Wentz. I can't wait. But Wentz does kill us. He does. I'm not gonna lie. Wentz he does kill us. He does. Alexander Wilson, thank you for the donation once again. He said the Niners went to the Super Bowl after they cut Foster. Well, they did, but that's not the only reason why they went to the Super Bowl. Of course they got Nick Bosa. That just like how we got Chase Young, they got Nick Bosa, an elite edge rusher at Ohio State, so that could really change the game. And Jimmy G got better. Jimmy G was injured the year before. He got better. George Kittle got better. They had so many first-round picks. The defensive line was elite. Richard Sherman wasn't playing that bad. And things went well for them. They snuck up on a lot of people. Nobody was thinking the Niners were going to go 8-0 or 7-0 or whatever they were last year. And nobody thinks that about Washington. So Chase Young could surprise some people and make this defensive line better. The Niners had DeForest Buckner and other first-round picks just like us. Montez Sweat first-round pick, John Allen, Deron Payne first-round pick, Ryan Kerrigan's a former first-round pick. So Chase Young can really come in and change this defense and really motor this team and make them better, just like I said, Nick Bosa did. And then on offense, we have a lot of running backs. We kind of do have a similar model to the Niners. The coaching staff. We'll see if Scott Turner can really, really change. Do a lot of motion and things like Kyle Shanahan does. But we just don't have the tight end. We have no tight ends that can even hold George Kittle's jock strap right now. We just don't have a tight end that can even sniff the numbers of George Kittle right now, or even Jordan Reed when he's healthy. So the Niners have Jordan Reed now, But like I said, we have a similar model. I think we have a similar model. You know, if Haskins can develop and get better like how Jimmy G has gotten better. And Jimmy G's not even that good, honestly. He's really not. He missed some big throws on the Super Bowl. And they just have good running backs. You know, we have Adrian Peterson. They have Matt Breida. They have a running back by committee. They don't have one dominant running back. We have a lot of guys that can mix it up, like J.D. McKissick, Antonio Gibson, Bryce Love, Adrian Peterson. So I think we are pretty similar to the Niners. I think we are. Burgundy and Gold fan all day. Thank you for the donation. We got 147 people in the chat with only 47 thumbs up. Come on, everybody, smash the like button. Yeah, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. Make sure you guys sub to the channel. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell. You got to hit the notification bell because you just never know. I mean, Skins news has been getting crazy. Somebody, you know, getting arrested for domestic violence. DMV Sports Zone. He said, Ed, stop. I know you're a Lebanon fan. I know you're a LeBron fan. I know you are. We talked about this. Giannis is getting the MVP. He's getting the MVP. And what's his name? LeBron's not getting the MVP. Giannis is getting the MVP, okay? I think we already talked about it. I think you know that. You know, but you look at the stats, you look at the PER, Giannis is a freaking bucket. He dominates the game. He passes the ball too. He rebounds the ball. Giannis is just, and his team is number one in the East. And I know LeBron's team is number one in the West as well. They clinched number one seed. But you look at the PER, the efficiency by Giannis, and Giannis plays defense. He plays defense too. LeBron defense, the last couple of years hasn't been that great. His defense in 2019 was awful. It was terrible. But what's his name? Giannis is winning MVP. And yes, I know, like I said, call me crazy. Jerome Foster said, all right, I'm going to head out. Call me crazy. Yes, call me crazy. I think he has the chance to be better than LeBron. I do. I really do. I think he does. Let's see. Big Smitty says Scary Larry is electrifying. Merle Garrett said, bring in AJ Smith as GM. We need a general manager really bad. We do. We need a general manager really, really bad. We need a general manager really bad. We do. We need a general manager really bad. I just think it's a lot on Ron Rivera's plate, and I think I think it's unfair to Ron Rivera. I really do. I think it's unfair to him. I think we need somebody else who can speak on other things. You know, we shouldn't have Ron Rivera talking about the name change. He just got here. He shouldn't have to decide what the name is going to be and things like that. I think that's nonsense. And then he has to talk about this Washington Post article. He has to go there and talk about that. It's just he's talking about nonsense. He's talking about stuff that's not even football. You know, that's the thing about with Ron Rivera right now. You know, so I feel I'm not gonna say I feel bad for him because he knows, you know, Washington it's just a dysfunctional organization with Bruce Allen, the debacle, the Scott McCloughan thing, and so many the Trent Williams thing, so many things going on with Washington. So he knew what he was getting into with Dan Snyder. You know, coaches being fired left and right, and just so much stuff going on. So I'm not gonna say I feel sorry for Ron, but it is a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot for a coach. Pedro, what's up, Pedro? Pedro's camping right now, so I don't know if he's back from camping or not. He went on vacation. I'm about to go on vacation next week, so I won't be going live next Tuesday. So, but I am going for an extra couple minutes tonight because I will not be going live next week. So, Joseph Band said we're gonna smoke you. No, you're not. No, you're not. Y'all never smoke us anyway. It's always a close game. Let's be honest. It's always Eagles Skins is always a close game anyway. It's always a close game. You guys never blow us out anyway. The only time you guys are really blowing us out is probably the Monday Night Massacre. That's about it. Other than that, every time we play you guys, it's a close game. And we blew you guys out with RG3. We blew you guys out by a lot. It was like 31-7 or something like that. We beat you guys pretty bad. Kirk Cousins dominated you. Kirk Cousins actually owned you guys. He played when you guys had Chip Kelly, he owned you. And then Carson Wentz rookie year, we swept you guys. Carson Wentz rookie year. So we actually own you guys. I remember the Shazer ever had the dirty hit on Darren Sproles, and we beat you guys. I'm not condoning the dirty hit, but yeah, I just remember that game. That's how I remember that game. PIMP says, can't wait. Let's go watch the football team. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait for football, man. It's 28 more days until September 13th. The first game of the season against the Eagles, man. I can't wait, man. I really can't wait. I can't wait for football to start. If it does start, I think it will. I think the season will start. Like I said, it could be some XFL players having to come in because guys get the virus. Like I said, Carson Wentz could get the virus. He could be playing against Jalen Hurts week 1. And what's his name? Lamar Jackson can get the virus. the day before the game, and we would have to play against RG3. So, you know, there could be some replacement guys playing. So be ready for that. Like I said, don't be surprised. You know, you look at baseball, the Florida Marlins, they have replacement players playing instead of the regular guys who are on the roster because, you know, they had a virus outbreak. And they actually beat the Orioles the other night. My Nationals have been slacking. I got my Nats shirt on right now. My Nationals, they beat the mess out of almost cursed. They beat the mess out of the Mets 16-3. They beat the mess out of them, man. I was hyped. I was hyped by the Nats. Let's see here. Pedro said yes, Giannis is MVP. He is MVP. He's MVP. He's MVP. DMA Sports said, nah, bro, just respect not. I respect LeBron too, but I see something in Zion. I see something in Zion. I see something. I just see it. Like I said, the way he plays is just dominant, you know. And LeBron is dominant too, but when Zion goes to the basket, nobody wants to be in front of that guy. He will dunk on you. He will dunk on you. LeBron will dunk on you too, but Giannis, that's Giannis, man. I'm telling you, he gets the ball in the post. Giannis can actually, I mean, what's his name? Not Giannis. Zion, when he gets the ball in the post, it's over, basically. It's over. And Zion can pass too. He can actually pass too. He just needs to get a full season. He needs to lose like probably 5 pounds and just get in shape and stay healthy. I think the only thing is health is going to keep Zion back. Let's see here. Atlas013 said, thank you for the donation once again. He said, you think Dwayne lost weight to be more mobile? It could help Scott Turner drop plays just like he did with Cam in Carolina. That's a good question. Yeah, I was thinking that too because Ron likes his quarterbacks to run. He likes his quarterbacks to run. He likes his quarterbacks to run. So, Tony P. Oh man, my fault. Let me see. Tony P. I got to go back to your comment, man. He said yes. He said, "Can you say happy birthday to my son, man, Ryshawn, August 5th? We live right now. Hey, man, happy birthday to your son. I'm so sorry I did not because I saw your comment last week or a couple of days ago, and I said I would shout you guys out, man. Happy birthday to your son. He shares the same birthday as my son. So they both are Leos. I'm not into the horoscope thing, but they both are Leos. So I guess that's pretty cool. So, you know, cool people are born on that day. So shout out to your son. Happy birthday to your son. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday. So happy birthday to him. I wish him many more. And congrats to you, man, for being a good father, man. Shout out to him. I hope he's a Skins fan. I hope you raised him right and that he's a Skins fan. I know it's tough being a Skins fan, but I hope you raised him to be a Skins fan. So shout out to him and happy G Day to him. Let's see here. Let me get back to Atlas Zero real quick, man. Let's see. He said, "You think Dwayne lost weight to be more mobile?" I think he is because you saw what he did in the Lions game where he ran for the first down and set us up in field goal range. He can be a dual threat quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be like a Lamar Jackson or Michael Vick or anything like that, but he can he can scare some people with their legs, with his legs. He can run for a first down. He can surprise you. He actually surprised me last year with how mobile he was moving around the pocket because you don't want to judge him by looking at him, but he did look chubby last year, kind of like a Byron Leftwich or a Ben Roethlisberger, where you think he would be a statue in the pocket, but he was actually breaking tackles, being elusive, making guys miss, and throwing the ball downfield, throwing the ball on the run. So I think it's awesome that he lost some weight. I'm happy that he lost some pounds. I think it's going to be great for him, and he can run for 10 yards. He can just surprise you and run for 10 yards and just break off. Maybe Ron did tell him that. Now I don't expect him to be doing any quarterback draws or anything like that or a read option all the time. Now it did work last year against the Eagles when Kevin O'Connell did it. Maybe Ron could try and do something like maybe Scott Turner could try to do a read option with him and Antonio Gibson. They did it last year with him and Adrian Peterson. So that's something that they could add in the playbook. Maybe that's something that Ron liked from Kevin O'Connell last year with that read option play with Dwayne Haskins. So that would be great. He's and nowadays in the NFL, they want you to be more mobile. You have Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson can run. Joe Burrow was just drafted. He's pretty mobile. Who else? trying to think of some other running quarterbacks in the league. Deshaun Watson can run. Josh Allen is mobile. He can run. He's a running quarterback. He's kind of a running quarterback. He's had some big games where he's broken off for a couple runs here and there. So Russell Wilson is mobile. He can run too. So it's the league is going towards more of a dual threat quarterback where they don't want you to be a statue, and they want you to be able to, of course, throw the ball in the pocket, but they want you to break out and run. That's what they want in the league nowadays. So, and that's what he's going to be able to do. I think, losing 15, 20 pounds, he should be able to run and surprise us. And he might break off a 20-yard run like he did last year against the Eagles. So we'll see. Brent Collins said Louis Riddick for GM. That would be great. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind that. I know Louis Riddick likes Dwayne Haskins a lot. He's always supporting Dwayne Haskins all the time. He said Dwayne Haskins is going to have a great season coming up because he saw all the workouts and stuff like that. So I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. What's his name? Louis Riddick being the GM. I think he'd be great. Louis Riddick. He worked for the Washington team a couple of years ago. So I wouldn't mind Louis Riddick. He sounds like a smart guy when he talks, and he sounds like he knows what's going on. Pedro Smith said got back from camp and still on vacation. That's great, man. Enjoy your vacation, man. Like if you're not making videos, it's okay, man. Enjoy your time, man. I know right now it's a lot of stuff going on. So even if you're on vacation, you probably just want to make at least a 5-minute video because the Darius Guice news, you just have to make a video about. There's just no way that you couldn't make a video about that. The Reuben Foster news, you had to make a video on that as well. So there's a lot of things that are going on with this team right now, especially training. I can't wait until they suit up and actually put the pads on. August 17th will be the first practice with pads. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see that. Had to get some of the secret stuff. LC said Bryce Love runs a 4.3. Yeah, he did in college. It's been a long time. But he does have elite speed. He has home run hitting speed. So he can definitely break off a big run. I'm excited to see him. He can definitely break some people off, make some guys miss. So I can't wait. Michael Hinton, shout out to Michael Hinton. He said, you see they ain't making Chiefs change their name. Plus ESPN say hell to the Chiefs. Yeah, I talked about I talked about that earlier. That it's ridiculous. It really is. The only reason why they're not messing with the Chiefs is because they just won the Super Bowl. And the only reason why they're going to mess with Washington is because we haven't made the playoffs since 2015, and nobody likes Dan Snyder. We're just an easy target. Nobody likes the Washington team at all. The national media, they can't stand us. So they were happy to change this name. And the name, it has some racial tones to it. In the dictionary, it is a slur. So I get why they changed the name. I just want them to be fair or even with everybody. If you're going to change one name, then change everything else that's offensive. Don't just let the Chiefs stay there and you're going to change the Washington team. Change the Chiefs as well. If you're going to take down one statue, then I guess take down all the statues. They want to change the George Washington name. I don't want to get into this too much because we talked about this so much before. So I'm going to just stop right there. But like I said, if you're going to change one name, keep it going. Change all the names. Just be even and just keep it going with everybody. Don't just pick on Washington. Change the Chiefs too. Dora Gunner said minority coach, minority GM, and women as lead broadcast would be lit. Yeah, I mean that'd be great. We're getting more women. Julie Donaldson is the vice president of media. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. The vice president of media. She has taken Scary Larry Michaels' job. She's doing that. She's doing training camp daily. She's on Twitter as well. She's doing a great job. Julie Donaldson is awesome. And actually, if you didn't know, Julie Donaldson, she was a victim in a domestic incident years ago where her boyfriend actually hit her. So that's another reason why it was probably a short leash with Darius Guice as well. So just too many historical things where domestic violence, anything with domestic violence, you're probably going to be released. You probably will be released. So Dorgunner said the Celtics are beating the Lakers in the finals. I don't think the Lakers are going to make the finals. I don't think they are. I got the Clippers making the finals. I got them making the finals, and I have the Bucks making the finals in the East. So I don't see the Lakers making it. I don't see the Celtics making it either. Let's see here. Tyler Taylor said Haskins over under 2 touchdowns first week against Philly. I think he'll have 2 touchdowns exactly. I don't see him having over 2 touchdowns. I think he'll have 2 passing touchdowns, and I think he'll have about 290 yards, almost 300 yards passing, 290 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. And Adrian Peterson will have a good game. I think he'll have 80 yards rushing. Maybe Antonio Gibson might have 40 yards rushing and a receiving touchdown. So, but yeah, Haskins is not that slow. He's not. I mean, yeah, he is pretty slow, but I think he's got a little bit faster. So LC said Reuben hit crazy. Hopefully he don't hurt himself hitting that hard because he's known to do that. That's the thing about Reuben Foster. He is a little reckless. Sometimes he does hit people so hard to the point where he hurts himself. Where it's a little concerning, where he has to find that happy medium where, you're hitting somebody hard, but it's not to the point where, you're knocking yourself out of the game. I did see that one video. I think it was like a preseason video where he hit somebody so hard, he just knocked himself out as well, where it just looked bad. It looked really bad. So Reuben Foster, he needs to learn how to hit people without injuring himself. That's one thing with that. Shara said, I know everyone and their moms is on the Red Wolves train, but how would you feel about watching the Warpath? I know it ain't going to happen, but I think it's fresh and we're going to keep the spirit low. It's not bad. Hashtag HTTW, hell to the Warpath, watching the Warpath. But the thing is, I don't think they're going to allow that because they didn't want any Native American logo or imagery or anything like that. I don't know if that falls into that genre. So I don't know if they want or would allow Washington Warpath. So I don't know if they would. Especially with us and our history, we're just an easy target right now. They're gonna be a stickler on whatever name we choose. They're gonna find that people are gonna try to find something wrong with whatever name we choose. So anything like Warpath, I don't know if they would allow it. But it doesn't sound bad. Hail to the Warpath. And that's not bad at all. That's not bad. Get some more of the secret stuff. Kenny Man Fitness said, we're going to trash Philly. Young off the edge, and Wentz checks down, and Reuben Foster decapitates Miles Sanders. In that order, yeah, pretty graphic. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna decapitate anybody, but yeah, he could definitely knock out Miles Sanders. I could definitely see that happening. LC said he runs a 5 flat. Haskins was really slow at the combine. That's why they compare him to Big Ben Roethlisberger. So he's not the fastest guy. We all know that. I think he got a little bit faster, and I think he's faster than what we thought, or he's more mobile, more elusive than what we thought. So I'll give Haskins credit for that. I'll give him credit for that. Now he's not the fastest guy. We all know that. I don't expect him to run for 30 yards or something like that, but I think he can make some plays with his legs after losing the weight. Let's see here. Bryce going to shock Adrian Peterson. Yeah, he's going to be a surprise. Ian Rappaport is very high on Bryce Love. Don't forget about Peyton Barber, guys. Ron Rivera loves him some Peyton Barber. I don't know if Peyton Barber is the next Samaje Perine, where Jay Gruden would always talk about Samaje Perine, but Ron Rivera loves Peyton Barber. Now, Peyton Barber, I thought he was going to get cut if Darius Guice was available. Now, since Darius Guice is not on the roster anymore, Peyton Barber definitely is going to make this roster. And Peyton Barber, maybe he could help. He's more of a guy that runs in between the tackles. He's a solid guy. He likes contact. He likes being physical. He likes laying his shoulder. So we'll see what we can get from Peyton Barber. I like Peyton Barber. He's okay. He's not a world beater, but he's not a star or anything like that. But Peyton Barber's solid, and we'll see what we can get from Peyton Barber. He has, of course, more depth, which is the word of the offseason is depth. Gavin Gilly says he has a Red Wolves logo. He says our running back room future is spectacular. Antonio Gibson and Bryce Love. Yeah, our future is bright with Antonio Gibson and Bryce Love. A lot of versatility. Antonio Gibson, they want him to be that Christian McCaffrey type guy where he's very versatile, can catch the ball out of the backfield. He might line up at every position. He's going to line up a wide receiver. He might even line up at tight end. Might even line up at H-back. He's going to be all over the field. So it's going to be exciting to see Antonio Gibson. Now, he had 77 touches in college last year, which is a decent amount. Split between wide receiver and running back, and being a kick returner and a punt returner. So I feel like he's still learning the running back position. But he's just so talented. All the coaches love him. They're salivating over Antonio Gibson. So I guess they're supposed to be the experts. So we'll see what we can get from Antonio Gibson. I think the future is bright with Antonio Gibson. I think he's really he has the potential to be a star. He's an explosive player. He's a guy that sheds tackles and breaks tackles. He's a home run hitter. Bryce Love is a home run hitter. So we have 2 home run hitters in those 2 guys. 2 explosive guys that can help out Dwayne Haskins. So Antonio Gibson is a fast guy. He didn't run a 3.8, but he's really fast. DMV Sports Zone, who do you think is making the finals? Exactly, I got the Lakers versus Raptors. Raptors is actually an interesting pick. I don't see them beating the Bucks. I got Giannis and the Bucks making the finals, and then on the West, I have the Clippers. I have Kawhi Leonard because now Montrezl Harrell is back in the bubble. Lou Williams, who went to the strip club, he's back in the bubble. And who else is back? Montrezl Harrell, Lou Will, Kawhi Leonard's healthy. Paul George is healthy. Patrick Beverley's back in the bubble. He's healthy. And who else they got? Landry Shamet, he's a shooter. They got their shooters. They got Marcus Morris, who's the better twin brother. Who else do they have? They got Zubac, who's not a bad big man. He's decent. So I just think the Clippers have a better roster than the Lakers. Anthony Davis has been really, really inconsistent so far in the bubble. And the bubble's different. The bubble's not the same as playing outside of the bubble, as we clearly see with TJ Warren and the Suns being 7-0. The Suns would never have a 7-game winning streak outside of the bubble in normal basketball. That would just never happen. The Suns haven't even won. I've never even seen the Suns win 3 games in a row. So there's no way in heck that the Suns would win 7 games in a row outside of the bubble. I just don't believe that happening. But like I said, the bubble is just different. The NBA bubble is different than normal NBA. So I really think the Clippers were going to win regardless. But the Lakers have looked really inconsistent in the bubble. Anthony Davis has been really inconsistent. He had 40 points one night. Then he had 5 points the other night. It was awful. I was like, are you serious? Anthony Davis, 5 points, 8 points? I mean, what is going on here? 8 points and like 4 rebounds. It was awful. It was really bad. So I don't see the Lakers winning in the bubble. I don't see it happening. And their guard play is awful. Rajon Rondo broke his hand. I'm not that high on Caruso. I don't see the Lakers making the NBA Finals. I just don't see it happening. I don't. Tyrone Carson, he said, "Hello, Sean Taylor would have been retired by now. We would have never seen the Philly Young." Yeah, that's true. He would have been retired. I guess it's just it was a hypothetical statement made, and it would have been fun to see it. Maybe you can do it in Madden. You can do it in Madden. Maybe you could do that in Madden and have Sean Taylor play. That would be great. BJ to go. What's up, man? B703 said not including Gibson since he's a weapon and not just a running back. Big Money Sonny, thank you for the donation. Big Money Sonny, shout out to Big Money Sonny. He said, "Yo, Ed, can you speak on how our trash offensive line will look like by the end of the year?" I don't want to call them trash. Shamar, you're a funny guy. Who's your team, Shamar? Please don't say the Lakers. Please don't say the Lakers. Please don't be a hop on, and please don't say your team is the Warriors. Because if you say your team is the Warriors, then you're hop on. You're probably a Knicks fan since you like the Giants. The Knicks are awful. Don't get me started on the Knicks. The Knicks are worse than the Warriors. I mean, the Knicks are worse than my Wizards. Way worse. The Knicks cannot talk. You guys have a lottery pick every year, just like the Giants. You guys picking the top 6 every year. Saquon Barkley, top 6 pick. Daniel Jones, Danny Fumbles, top 6 pick. And Andrew Thomas, another top 5, top 6 pick. So the Knicks are awful. You guys are terrible. The Knicks and Giants are terrible. I hope you're not a Knicks fan. Let me get back to my man's Big Money Sonny. He said, "Yo, Ed. Oh, Shamar, you like the Bulls? The Bulls are terrible, too. You guys are awful. Zach LaVine's your best player. He doesn't even want to be there anymore. You guys are awful." Big Money Sonny, shout out to him. He said, "Yo, Ed, can you speak on how our trash offensive line will look like by the end of the year?" I wouldn't call our offensive line trash. I think they're young and a work in progress. I think Morgan Moses is a false start waiting to happen or a holding penalty waiting to happen sometimes. He talks on the junkies too much. But he's solid. I'll give him that. I'll give Morgan Moses that. He's solid. He works hard through injuries. I'll give him that. And he's a warrior. he's been talking really good about Dwayne Haskins, so I like to hear that from Morgan Moses. He's been praising Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins has been praised as a leader. Dwayne Haskins wants to be a captain as well. So Dwayne Haskins has showed a lot of maturity in these interviews, and I love that. I love hearing that from Dwayne Haskins. He's made a complete 360 or a complete 180 from last year. He's speaking really a lot better in front of the media. He's just such an intelligent guy. I'm talking about Dwayne Haskins instead of offensive line, but I'm loving what I'm hearing from Dwayne Haskins. And it's all talk right now, so I'm just ready to see what's going to happen on the field. I'm loving what I'm hearing from Dwayne Haskins. Nothing but good things to say about him. Ron Rivera praised Dwayne Haskins as well. And so I've just heard nothing but good things about Dwayne Haskins this offseason. You see the work ethic that he's put in. So you got to love to see it from Dwayne Haskins and hear about it. Yeah, Charez, yeah. It's not, but, we'll talk about that another time, Big Money Sonny. Yeah, to get back to your question, offensive line, yeah, it is scary. It is scary. I'm not going to lie to you. Sadiq Charles is a rookie at the left tackle position. Wes Martin played pretty well last year at right guard, left. I want to say he played right guard last year to replace Brandon Scherf while he was injured, and Eric Flowers was playing on the left side as a left guard. But our offensive line is a concern. I'm not gonna lie, it is a concern. It's between Sadiq Charles, Cornelius Lucas, and Jaron Christian. So I've been hearing some good things about Jaron Christian. We'll see if he starts at left tackle. Offensive line is a concern. It's not the best offensive line. I'll say that it's not. It is not. Brandon Scherf had a rough season last year. He had the most. I think this was the most penalties that he had in his career last year. A couple of holding penalties and a couple of false starts here and there for Brandon Scherf. And of course, he got injured again last year. So he's been a little injury prone. So if he goes down, I want to say I forgot who's the backup for him. I think it's like I can't remember, but yeah, it is a concern. I'll say offensive line is a concern. I'm not going to call them trash, but they are a concern, and they're not the best offensive line. They're not. Like I said, left tackle is a question mark with Sadiq Charles being a rookie. Cornelius Lucas has been a journeyman in the league. So we'll see what happens. I like Wes Martin. I like Chase Rouillet. I like Keith Ishmael, backing him up. He's versatile. He can play guard as well. And I like Ross Pierce-Barker at center as well. But Morgan Moses, like I said, he's a false start waiting to happen and a holding penalty waiting to happen. So the offensive line is a concern. It is a concern. But Sadiq Charles has the potential to be really, really good. He was great in college. I know everybody was great in college, but he was blocking for Joe Burrow. And, Joe Burrow was barely touched. He was barely touched in college. So, and Sadiq Charles was a big part in that. He was a big part in that. So I think he can really come in and really help at the left tackle position. Still learn and get better for next year as well. So, but yeah, Shamar, you like the Bulls. The Bulls are pretty bad. I think you guys actually resigned your coach. The coach is really bad. I think a lot of you, Zach LaVine, he wants the coach to be fired. I forgot his name, but you guys are only bringing him back because of financial concerns. That's what I've heard. And you guys are going to be drafting in the top 5 again. Ever since Derrick Rose, it's been really rough. You guys had Jimmy Butler. He left. But it's been rough for the Bulls. It's been rough. You guys are really bad. You guys didn't even make the bubble. At least the Wizards made the bubble. So the Bulls have been really rough. But Shamar, you're a funny guy, man. You are. You're a funny guy. Meese, why are you hating on Bradley Beal? Stop hating on Bradley Beal, man. Why are you hating on Brad? Brad's the real deal. Real deal Bradley Beal. Real deal Bradley Beal. He ain't no fake superstar. I don't think he's a superstar, but he's definitely a star. He's definitely a star. Let's see here. Yak Dog 24 said, "Yo, with no crowd noise, there should be no false start." Yeah, Morgan Moses would have false starts at home games. Now I know we had it would be a lot of opposing fans in the stands at our home game, so maybe that's why he would false start. But Morgan Moses would false start at home. So I mean, he might even have false starts. During this season with no fans. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, guys really shouldn't be false starting, especially with no crowd noise. They really should not. About to get off pretty soon, though. Dorgan said Moses is finally healthy and lost some weight. I think he will be fine. Yeah, I heard he's really been working out hard this offseason. I really do. I heard that. I heard he's been working out really hard. Him and Brandon Scherf, I think Brandon Sheriff said he's in the best shape of his life. Because he had to work out. He had a home gym, or Morgan Moses had a home gym, and they both worked out in their home gym. So that's great to hear. They should be in some really good shape. They should be in really good shape. Banga 75 187 say, hey, stop dissing my Knicks, y'all. LOL. I'm also a Washington football fan. Hey, man, I feel sorry for you. That's your room for the Knicks and the Washington team. I mean, I'm not gonna say sorry. Say I feel sorry for you, but yeah, it's some rough times for both teams. I think both teams have really bad owners, and Dan Snyder and James Dolan. So you're going through a rough time. You're going through a rough time right now. You really are. Let me see these comments. This is LC said Guice is going. Leaky said, what's going on with Darius Guice? Big money, you're a Sixers fan. All right. Big money said Morgan Moses will falter in his bedroom. Bro. You're a funny guy. Rich Heigl, what's going on, man? He's a channel member as well. He said as long as Morgan Moses doesn't pop his ankles, he should be. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Brett Collins said, look it up. What are you guys talking about? You guys talking about Guice? Oh, Tyler Real Live said, can Guice come back if he's innocent? No. I don't think they're going to bring him back. I think after the Washington Post article with women, I don't think they want to be associated with anything. Even if he is found innocent, I don't see him coming back to DC. Now, I see Darius Guice being picked up by a different team. I see him being picked up by maybe the Raiders, or I don't know if the Patriots would take a chance on him. The Raiders always take chances on guys that have been arrested before or gotten in a lot of trouble, like Vontaze Burfict and Richie Incognito and Antonio Brown and guys like that. So Darius Guice, if he is found innocent, I wouldn't be surprised if he's found innocent. They definitely would. A team definitely would pick him up. Now the only thing is the injuries. Now if he does get picked up in the NFL, I think The Rock in the XFL would probably sign him. The XFL might sign him, so he could do that. So I wouldn't count out Darius Guice somehow if he's found innocent. But I don't think Ron Rivera would take Darius Guice. And if you didn't hear, he took him off. He took Darius Guice off his draft board back in 2017 or 2018 when the Panthers were looking to draft a running back. They took Darius Guice off his board. So Shamar says Darius Guice is going to be on a different team or something. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. That's how the cookie crumbles for the Washington team sometimes. That I got a bad feeling that might happen. I really do. I got a bad feeling that Darius Guice is going to be found innocent, and next thing you know, he's going to go to the Raiders or a different team, and he's going to have 1,000 yards or 800 yards rushing. He's going to stay healthy for about 10 to 14 games. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I told people that. I would not be surprised if Darius Guice was found innocent. Now, it looks really, really bad. It looks really bad, though. It looks really bad. Now, the allegations look really, really bad. Yes, Elsie, he did choke her unconscious, and like I read before, the girl woke up and she saw him crying because he was tapping her on the shoulder. She woke up and saw him crying because he probably thought that he killed her. He thought that he choked the life out of her. He strangled her, and so it was crazy. Shamar said, "What if he pairs with Saquon?" I don't know if the Giants would pick him up, but that would be crazy. Him and Saquon, if he could actually stay healthy. Now, Darius Guice, the thing is, would he ever stay healthy? I don't know if he can stay healthy for a full season. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Out of 32 games, he only played 5 games. Todd Taylor said Eddie Guice is going to the Jaguars with Jay Gruden. I don't know who LF is, but Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden loves Darius Guice, so I wouldn't be surprised. Chris Thompson is down in Jacksonville. We know Jay Gruden love Chris Thompson. Chris Thompson loved him some Jay Gruden. He was crying and shedding tears and crying when Jay Gruden got fired. So I would not be surprised at all. I would not be surprised. LC says if he gets convicted of leaving her unconscious in the 2 other incidents, then he won't ever play again. Hey man, I agree with you. But the thing is, a lot of NFL players, they get away with domestic violence. I'm not gonna say they get away with it, but they usually get found innocent unless it's on camera, like a Ray Rice incident or a Kareem Hunt incident. A lot of players are found innocent. He has a really good lawyer. His lawyer represented Marv Albert. who is a NBA or a sports announcer, and he was found innocent. And for his sexual assault allegation, he was found innocent. And this guy represented the DC Sniper as well. Now, the DC Sniper was convicted and executed, I heard. But you didn't really have much to defend the DC Sniper. The DC Sniper, I don't think anybody could. I don't think Johnny Cochran would have been able to defend the DC Sniper and get him out of what happened. There's just no way with that situation. BJ the Goat said, "Hey, who do you think we draft this year at a top 5 pick?" BJ to go. Hopefully, we don't have a top 5 pick. So hopefully we don't. But if we do have a top 5 pick, hopefully we can draft the left tackle out of Oregon. I can't remember his name. Or Jamar Chase, the wide receiver out of LSU. I would take a look at those guys. If Dwayne Haskins doesn't play up to par, then hey, you possibly get Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence is going to be the first pick of the draft, but maybe you get Justin Fields or the guy out of North Dakota State. I can't remember his name right now. So, but that's the options. Those are the options that we would take a look at. So. Sam, though, yeah, I heard the Pac-12 canceled the season too. They did cancel that. They're going to try to have a season in the springtime, but I know a lot of players are probably not going to want to play. They're probably just going to declare for the NFL draft and just play and get paid. That's probably what they're going to do instead. So it's unfortunate. It really is. It's unfortunate. It really is. This makes my Seahawks trade for Jamal Adams look good because there's no value in those first-round draft picks. Yeah, it's gonna be rough for those guys because they won't be playing football for over a year. So it will be rough, man. It's gonna be rough. LC says might move up for Trevor Lawrence. I don't think we'll move up. I don't think we have enough draft capital to really move up unless we trade like a 2022 draft pick somehow. I don't think we have enough draft capital to really move up. Excuse me. Franklin Walker said, "Hope Darius Guice doesn't come back and stiff arm Cole Holcomb like he stiff armed that Carolina linebacker." Yeah, I know, right? That would be sick. And if he did it while Ron Rivera's coaching, of course, and look at Ron Rivera in his eyes, that would just be so. It would be so Washington. We always let good players go. Now, under this circumstance, I think we had to release them. But like I said, you can say a long list of guys: Preston Smith and Lorenzo Alexander, letting guys like that leave. Brian Arakpo played a little bit better once he left, and Trent Murphy played better, and guys just play better when they leave DC. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like once again, I wouldn't be surprised if Darius Guice is found innocent. I would kind of be surprised, but then again, can you really say he's surprised? I mean, the guy is a millionaire. He has money. He's getting a really good lawyer. So can you really say that you're surprised if he gets found innocent? Can you really say that? I don't think you can really say you're surprised, honestly. I can't really say that. I personally can't say I'll be surprised if Darius Guice is found innocent, and people say, oh, Shamar, yeah, Penny Sewell, that's his name. The left tackle out of Oregon. But Shamar, you're gonna ruin Andrew Thomas' career, just like you ruined Eric Flowers' career, but we revived Eric Flowers' career. We got Eric Flowers paid at the guard position. Lil Toe said Trey Lance is the quarterback from North Dakota State. But Franklin Walker, man, that would be hilarious. I'm not going to say it would be hilarious, but it would be so skins if that happened. It would be so skins if Darius Guice stiff arms us with the Jaguars and with the Raiders, and Jay Gruden's coaching him with the Jaguars, and they beat us or something like that. That would be something. That would be so skins history repeats itself or something like that. Let's see here. BJ to go. When I think it's Trevor Lawrence, I'll say Jazz because Minshew is a franchise. Minshew's not a franchise quarterback. If they go 2-14, they will move off of Gardner Minshew for Trevor Lawrence in a heartbeat. If they go 2-14, which a lot of people think they're going to go 2-14 or 3-13. I'm trying to think who else. Who else is going to be really, really bad? The Carolina Panthers might be bad this year. The Chargers could be bad. Well, they got Justin Herbert. The Panthers could be bad this year coming up. The Giants could be bad. We could be bad. I'm trying to think who else could be really, really bad. The Bengals are going to be bad again, but they already have Joe Burrow. The Patriots, who knows? Cam Newton's on a 1-year deal. They might try to trade up and try to get Trevor Lawrence. I could see that happening. Who else is bad? Who else is terrible? Giants are bad. Who else is bad, man? I'm trying to see who else is like projected to get another top 5 pick. I think the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are definitely a team that could be going after him for sure. I definitely see the Jaguars. It's between the Jaguars, maybe us if Haskins is not good, and trying to think who else is bad. I would say the Panthers. I said the Panthers. Panthers. But yeah, I would say either Panthers or Jaguars. I would say Panthers or Jaguars. Dorgan said the whole AFC East is bad, but they already have quarterbacks that they want. They have Tua Tagovailoa. They have Tua Tagovailoa. They have who else? The Bills already have Josh Allen. So none of those teams are looking for a quarterback, but they are bad though. They're not looking for a quarterback. Patriots, they might have to look for a quarterback after Cam Newton because Cam Newton is on a 1-year deal. So Oren Clapp said the girl came forward, but she let him do it 3 times. She in love and will drop charges, changing her mind, wanting him back. Yeah, you never know. You never know. You know, these are 3. Yeah, she took a little while to come up with the and report the incident. And sometimes with late, a lot of times it's hard to, you know, it's not easy to always come up with incidents. So it's not easy. You know, it's a mental thing, and I can't say I know or I've experienced it or anything like that. So I've just heard that it's hard for a woman to come out and report incidents like that. So they don't, you know, it's hard for a woman to come out and just, you know, maybe the next day, the next morning they report it. You know, it takes a mental toll, of course, and you know, people are in shock, and it takes time. It takes time for them to get the courage and actually report some of this stuff. So, you know, but like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Darius Guice is found in this in some way somehow. Dorgan said Haskins don't want that long haired clown Trevor Lawrence. All right, guys, it's been real. Just fun chopping up with you guys for an extra couple minutes, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Hell to the skins, man, and stay safe and stay home. Don't do anything crazy, man. Cooley Feggins, yes, guys did piss me off, but I'm signing off. All right, y'all, peace.